What is going on, Black Development Network? Don't worry about that. If you hear the little TV, is my aunt. She left her bedroom door open. But what's going on? I hope everybody's doing amazing. I hope you guys can hear me very, very well, man. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking with me for a minute. Let's go ahead and get into the content.
Women communicate with our looks. So if most women are fat and out of shape, like subconsciously she's communicating that she doesn't want the top earning, top quality, best guy. No, she doesn't. Because if she did, she wouldn't be fat.
Ooh.
So I think that
that's so true.
it's true. Like
Yeah.
they're all like, we want these best, but most of you guys are out of shape.
That's true.
So it's like, no, they're lying. I think it's just their way of being able to stay just doing whatever they want. Again, not having to sacrifice, not having to step up, not having to do any of that. I think that's their way of staying there, is by creating this perfect guy that doesn't exist and then saying, well, until I find it, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. It's just a way they enable them.
So the reason why I created this page, man, is to have a conversation within Black people. And is also to have a conversation of like these different attacks that are coming from different places, and this rage porn, this revenge porn, and all this other things, as well as calling out fake stuff like Mr. Organic and things of that nature. But when I see this type of content, I'm actually going to play the snippets that went viral, but I'm also going to play parts of the actual podcast, in which that's going to also add some more context to what she's saying. Let's get it. Now, let me start off by talking about men. Are men visual creatures? Absolutely. But the problem is that she's comparing being fat to being unattractive and to being ugly. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are men out there that are already married. They love their wives. They love the fact that, you know, they have a beautiful wife, whether she's big or not. They don't care about that stuff. And I've met men throughout college, high school. They literally would prefer a bigger woman over a skinny woman because they don't want skin and bones, and things like that. And I also think that's a part of kind of her thing as well. To me, from what I've seen, Six is not married, as well as she got into like an argument with a big girl, or whatever the case may be. Now, but what I will say is this, is that are there some men out there that don't really like big girls? They like smaller women? Sure. Are there some men that, you know what I mean, they gonna take whatever pleasure that they get or anything like that? Cool, absolutely. But let me tell you, money doesn't correlate with that. I've seen men struggle to get any type of woman with money. Money doesn't automatically mean success. This is also why I hate the high value talking points, because value in itself is unpredictable, because it depends on an individual basis. Some people have money. They don't need anything else outside of money. Some people, even though they do have money, they would love their partner to have money so that they can combine the money and continue to generate wealth, generate opportunities, and things like that. That's why I don't understand why these men get so upset when they see women making money, and it's like, what made you like that woman because she had money? It doesn't mean that he can't have money, and it doesn't mean that, you know, she can't help him rise to his point of making money either. That's a healthy relationship.
Not financially confident, that's who they run to, the bigger girls, because most
Yeah.
big girls are going to have good credit, have some money, and be able to help take care of them.
And
'Cause
cook.
Bigger woman says help. Smaller woman says, oh, I have to carry that load. Oh, I got to take care of her. Bigger woman says she gonna help me. She gonna put this load over her back. So
Because
when
that's
a
what she
man-
has to do to
she has
keep a man, to maintain a man.
to make up for it.
Yeah.
So the man, again, not want to just sacrifice, step up, be by yourself for some time, get your money right. I'll just go get a big girl, she'll help me.
So I'm also gonna call cap right here. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Growing up in college and in social environments, more times than not, men hid their infatuation for big girls because they felt like their homeboys were gonna down them and degrade them for liking a big girl, especially in college. But the more you grow older, the more you mature as a man, much more money you get and things like that has nothing to do with our confidence in our pockets, because big women got to eat too. And they love cooking. And now those groceries cost money, my nigga. But I also know some big women that actually make a lot of money themselves. And the problem is she's trying to call big women ugly. She's trying to call them unattractive, underwhelming, and things of that nature. And that's the problem that I have with like the YouTube space of like manosphere to talking about all these different things, is because they're trying to over exaggerate or devalue the importance of having a partner that simply loves you. It doesn't matter the weight or anything like that. If you like big girls, you like big girls, big dog. And I know a lot of men that love big girls now, and they make way more than 6 figures. So, I mean, it is what it is, big dog. If you like skinny women, you like skinny women, bro. But if you don't, you don't. You like big girls, man, they need love too.
Black women, we just haven't tried what we need to try. I'm like, we've never tried to like wear our real hair and like not be fat and like, cooperate and learn. There's never been a time where we've done that.
Listen,
I'm also gonna call cap right here, as I'm 30 years old. I was born in 1992. Even before that to all the way now, you look at movies, you look at videos, you look at everything. Natural black women were always the wave up until now, when everybody started getting BBLs and started getting these surgeries and started wearing more wigs and things like that. Now I get like entertainment, they've always wore wigs, did all that stuff like that, but it's more because of social media and the effects of social media. And I do feel like some of these women do want to look like a Cardi B or a Nicki Minaj and things of that nature, because they think that it will attract higher value men. To be honest with you, big women have always stayed the way they are, and things like that, especially confident big women, because they know for a fact that men are going to pick them up as well. And here's the crazy thing, man. I'm black, but I have African friends. African men do not like skinny women. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, African men love them some big girls, and that's because they like to have meat on their bones. Island women have meat on their bones. So when we're talking about like the whole black community, and I do count them in there because they are black historically, and the reason why I count those people in there, most of those women are thick, and men love thick women, and that's the problem with this conversation.
women want men to value financial independence.
It's a trade-off. That whatever money she has gonna cost you so bad. It's gonna cost you so bad. There's a content creator, I won't say her name because she's a sweet lady. I don't think she even understands what she be doing to her poor husband. But I remember she did a video.
I already know who you talking about, probably.
I think we reposted her, but go ahead.
I think
Right.
y'all might know who I'm talking about. But I remember a time where like she like put the camera in her husband's face and she's like, "Y'all, I retired my husband." You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Y'all, after 12 years, I worked hard and I retired my, my. And I'm like, ooh,
23 years I've been with my husband. Yes. Broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together, right? My husband took a job in agreement with me. He took a job 15 years ago to help support my dream. And I know you may not know what that looks like in a genuine place, right? But this was an agreement that my husband and I had. And I told him 15 years ago, "Ooh, babe, in 5 years, I'll be able to take you out of there so then you can pursue one of your dreams that you love." Right now, I was his dog in the fight, okay? And he believed in me. And we did it together for the last 15 years. I did every year with him at LAPD, and he did every year with me with rejection and no's in this entertainment industry, right? However, God has blessed me. He has allowed me to manifest. I've been praying on this for a very long time.
Now, I played that content for a reason. First of all, I love Miss Tabitha Brown. I know I hate using celebrities as examples, but I love Tabitha Brown. If you have not seen any of her work and don't follow her, please do that. That woman is a delight. But at the end of the day, I love the way that she talked about her husband outside of like religion. You know what I mean? Some people aren't religious. So if you love that message, that's a great message too, but I'm not religious. I'm not religious in that aspect. But I love the way that she talked about marriage and the way that she talked about it's not about power, it's not about money, it's not about control, It's not about any of that stuff. And what is clear to me is either these content creators know y'all niggas not getting married, or two, they are not planning on getting married, and they're manifesting that into their content in order to present it again as rage porn and as kind of like hate porn and things of that nature. Six is not married to my, she says she has a partner, quote unquote, but I don't know if she has a partner or not, but she's not married. And she's talking about marriage as if she is married. And that's what pisses me off about the content that these guys are creating. Nobody in that room is married. I try to stay as an observer of somebody who is a product of marriage, who is a product of who has been around married people. I've seen the ups and the downs and them stay together for the purity of love. I've seen them go through money issues. I've seen them go through all that different stuff. And the biggest thing that I could take away from that was that what kept them together was love. It wasn't money. It wasn't any, all that stuff is going to come when the love is there. And I think that a lot of times when you listen to some of these content creators, when they're talking about relationships, they love talking about who's in control, who's daddy, who's God in a relationship and things of that nature. And these people are failing their relationships. These people are failures in that marriage realm. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, talking about Kevin Samuels. Unfortunately, talking about these niggas named O'Shea Duke Jacks. Unfortunately, talking about these niggas MTR. Unfortunately, talking about Six the God. Unfortunately, talking about Harley Initiated. None of them niggas have clearly had great relationships. And if they want to talk about money, they probably have a lot of money. Kudos to you, brother. Kudos to you. But to continue to create this type of environment, create this type of content just to go viral, just so people can look at your shit, that lets me know that, nigga, y'all are in more desperate mode than a lot of these niggas. But hey, like, subscribe, comment, put your comments in there, man. Make sure you watch the entirety of the video. Peace.